Mhm. It is what it is. What a stupid place. I got a phone call and it froze the camera. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Here it is. The front's burning perfect. The back not too bad, but that's the wet side. You see, and it wants to come back. That's the wet side. Oh, this guy. Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. I can't stand this guy. Can't stand this guy. Is what it is. Is what it is. Is what it is. Is what it is. Geo's 451. I'll say it again. Geo, he's a 451 kind of guy. Hey, what's up, Joey? This cigar is fantastic. This is the best Saint Sanko cigar he ever made. This could easily be a $20 cigar. I'm not being dead serious. And it probably could use even another week in the dry box. One more week. I couldn't wait. It was delicious. It feels like a real dessert rich, thick, heavy cigar. Caramel, nuttiness, nugget, black pepper, salt. Really nice. Really nice. One of the longest finishes you could have on a cigar. I mean, when I go like this, I feel like I just ate a candy bar, chocolate bar, with all caramel, like a Snickers bar. Beautiful. Really nice. That finish is great. Is what it is. Geo won't come on because Geo is not a true friend of the show. Geo talks a lot of game. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Geo. Look at me. I'm important. And then I invite Geo on, and what does he say? Hey, Richy, I can't come on. I'm 451. I just really can't do it. Ah, wow. Yep. Mm. Is what it is. You're worthless to me. You're worthless to me. A bottom bitch. Bottom dollar. I throw your 99 cents on the floor. I disrespect you for that, Gio. I disrespect you. It is what it is. I don't know what happened. Such a stupid place. It's a very stupid place. It's a very stupid place. I hate this place. Ah, it's Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, he's not a good person, Gio. He's not a good person. I don't feel I like this way this is going. Yeah. It's staying medium plus right now. It's a beautiful cigar. Oh, here's someone that's reliable. Hey, look at this guy. He's reliable. That's the difference, Sacco.
That's that's lounge cares, man.
That's the difference. See, you're a reliable guy. Gio, Gio is Topo Chico.
Gio is still a kid, man. He'll grow up.
What's that?
I said, Gio, he's still a kid. He'll grow up. Yeah. Caleb, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Kim? Yeah, man. What tobacco was in this?
Dude, I gotta dig in there.
Nah, don't worry.
Okay, so um, a Spectre blend. Do you remember 2020 Spectre blend?
Really,
Um,
that's the
Dominican,
second. That's the second Spectre
the second Spectre.
because
Dominican.
there was no 2021 Spectre.
No, no. I don't. Which one was this electronic one? That's the 2022 or?
That's the new one, right? That's the third one.
Yeah, that's the third one.
I believe the first Spectre was the red box with the dome. The
Right.
second Spectre was that big glass
Big
one.
heavy box, yeah.
Yeah, and then the third one was the. I believe they
Exactly.
skipped a year because of production. They froze everything. During the
Yeah, it's the because of
pandemic.
the COVID maybe. Hey Joe, what's up, buddy? So
BBC.
Dominican fillers, and then Dominican Piloto Cubano fillers. I think yeah, the Jalapa, um, Seco, and then the broadleaf, Connecticut broadleaf binder, and Nicaragua, not the other one. Oh my God!
Mexican San Andreas.
No, no, no. Habano. Oh shit! Oh my
Ecuadorian.
God! Ecuadorian Habano Ligero wrapper. Yeah, that's it. I think.
Yeah, Sacco. Does your box open?
Dude, the box. I opened the box and there was a loose wire in there. I posted
Did,
a photo.
did you fix it?
Yeah, I had to solder it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
I did.
works.
Yeah, I
It
bought
works.
chargers, but then again, the new chargers didn't work. So
So it works now.
yeah,
Wow. So you fixed it. You soldered it yourself.
yeah, quality control, buddy. Hope it does.
Yeah. Maybe you got damaged in shipping.
Yeah, made in China. No wonder. Let me see. Yeah, see there. There's the light that indicates charging.
So does it open up now?
Let's see if Sesame will open the gate.
Well,
Oh, there you go. Uh, now maybe we can smoke one. Man, this thing is loud. But it looks like it's like yeah that thing somebody dropped the ball on that. Maybe the wife didn't let him clap that night. He went to the work and fucked up the whole thing. Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, she threw those cigars on the floor.
Hmm.
Ouch. Did he say this guy? He said Would you say, Sean? He drank 2.5 gallons, dude. That's a lot of 2.5 gallons. You gotta be careful. How much water can you drink? That's a lot of water. Holy
Is
shit.
it the where is it? Is it hot or what?
He's in Texas.
Oh, Texas. Well, yeah, the heat wave supposedly moving in here also.
Oh, Soccer, let's just pick it up like a dream. It just switched to medium full right there. This is such a nice cigar. Like really a nice, slow burn, delicious dessert, sticky, caramel, nutty, black pepper, salt. Really, really rich
But
cigar.
any reminiscent? Do you even remember the Koiba smoke Spectre that you smoked? Do you remember that one?
Yeah, but that was the one. I didn't
Oh,
smoke.
that was the first one. Oh shit, that's right. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, that one literally was like a beautiful bowl of cherries, and I mean in a good way. Like you literally thought you were smoking a bowl of cherries. That cigar was phenomenal.
I haven't smoked the first one though.
This you're not
Yeah.
gonna get it. Nobody
Yeah,
has.
they're out. They're out, but they're not
Well,
coming
and I
back.
don't think they would still taste the same
But
5 years later. You know.
yeah, but yeah, there is none for sale. When they go, they go. Like
Mhm. Yeah, maybe Sacco. That could be your whole thing, where you just make copycat Spectre blends, like the 1, 2, and the 3. You know, people would buy that.
that's just was for experiment. The rest of the blends are just my blends.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
dude, this is your best one, man. It's still your blend because obviously it's not exactly the Spectre. Yeah, it's impossible to do.
No, well, no. I mean,
But
there
but
is,
but it's a good start to copy that blend because it's still your version though. Like you can't match the primings or the exact age because you don't have all.
or exact tobacco or barrel aged tobacco. I can't find that. I mean,
Yeah.
unless
No,
I
but
barrel
also
age it.
each one of those tobaccos have different ages. You
Yeah,
know?
it's just just the same tobacco, and then of course the amounts they put is different.
Yeah, so they have different sizes, volume, and aging, and priming. But at the core, even if you at least copy the same kind of tobacco, it's a start. It's still, of course, all those other factors are a huge part, but it's still, you get what I'm saying though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, of
still a good
course.
start.
Well, I mean, everything is about tobacco. It depends how okay. If you're a cigar maker, you're making a blend, whatever, and you're a cigar roller that you're rolling perfect cigar every time. But the blend it sucks. It's not a roller's fault, right?
Yeah,
So in order to get a good cigar, you need a good base, good tobacco that is.
yeah.
And then
What I heard though that the number two, the original number two, was stronger than the one because the number two was similar to the one, but they used some younger filler tobaccos to make it stronger. And when I say younger, I mean like maybe like 5 year old tobacco, which is still aged. Like because the original one was so smooth, it was like a medium strength, medium plus, but it was like literally a bowl of cherries and chocolate and black pepper. It was so pungent. When I say pungent, like every puff, you literally thought you were eating like fresh fruit. Like that
yeah,
was
some of those tobaccos, bro, they're like fermented many times. Like
well,
what
dude.
they do the fermentation and then they dry it and then they age it and then they put it back to fermentation, so it goes through the stages.
But the original blend, I thought, had 20 or 25 year old Polo de Cubano. Like it had
Yeah,
really aged tobacco, bro.
they're really aged tobacco, man.
Nobody has 25-year-old tobacco like that. I mean, that's so rare, and I mean good quality stuff.
Yeah,
And when I say age, there's a difference between old tobacco and properly aged 25 years. That's really hard to do. You
that's
know,
hard to do. Yeah, you have to control everything, humidity, and then the temperature, and
even the weight. If you don't rotate the leaves, you're gonna have leaves under all that pressure disintegrate. You have to rotate.
well, imagine you're starting a new company. You want to make a cigar like that, so you're gonna start like put the tobacco somewhere to age and wait 20 years before you make a cigar.
Yeah, you
That's
could
a lot of money.
you could be dead.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. That's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
That's the same with Louis 13. So the maker never gets to try his product, the blender, because when they blend it, they put it in a you know uh, in a barrel. It stays there for 50 years.
Oh
And then
yeah.
usually the master blenders are older dudes, and they don't live to taste their product.
Well, I'm sure they constantly have to inspect it though, because I know with whiskey they constantly inspect to make sure it's aging properly.
Yeah,
Can't.
they but, I mean, they don't open the barrel once they lock it. They lock it. Maybe every 10 years, could be,
Oh,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how that works. I do know I read a thing about Scotch. They have the government inspectors to make sure it's aging properly and that they control the time. That way you can't lie and say, oh, it's 10-year-old Scotch and it's 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying though? It's certified.
yeah.
But I'm talking about Scotch. That's controlled by the English government. The English government controls the time.
Oh yeah, Sean, I did try it. Yes, but it depends. If you're not a cognac guy, you might not even.
Topo Chico.
Tapo Chico. Yeah,
I'm gonna drop the ash just because I feel like it. I want to relax.
yeah,
I mean, the ash is perfect. It's going on great. It's only flaky because there's a little moisture on that one side. But let's see. Oh yeah. So
yeah.
that's a strong ash, but it was just a little too wet, so we're gonna get rid of it. Let's see if it stands.
You are very gentle with those
Oh,
gigantic hands.
that see, it's too wet. That ash is too wet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you it this time.
Okay, but it's still drier than I ever
But
want.
look, it's not about drying. It is the marriage of the tobacco. Okay, that tobacco all gets together, and
No, I agree with you on that, but I'm telling you that the cigars were wet when I got them. They
yeah,
were too wet.
yes, and I told you so. They are wet.
I mean, to the point where the first one's the draw. It hurt my face.
I
This is
know.
so. What I'm saying is that the 2 months is significant change. This thing is smoking great. One more week, it would have been at peak. One more week, I here in Colorado. One more week, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I needed more time.
But not that much time. It was right there. I mean, one more week. That's it.
That's to be smokable. But if you want to get true flavors, then at least a year, man. You need to give it a
Nah,
year.
I'm getting all the flavors, man. What are you crazy? The flavors on this is great. Maybe not in California because you guys are so humid there.
Yeah, yeah. This year, especially, man, it's terrible. I mean, last year when I was like, rolling the cigars, I had to keep them moist, covered, so that otherwise the leaves dry as you work on them. So I had to keep it moist for it to be workable. But yeah, I mean, you would think it's just a cigar; it will dry out right fast, but dude, it takes time. Especially, what happens is when the cigar, the veins, middle veins, the stem, when it dries, it shrinks. So all the tobacco shrinks. Then you get a better performance out of the cigar, thus better taste.
Well, all I can tell you is we're getting better combustion, more airflow, and therefore I'm getting more flavor. It's all
Yes,
connected. It's all
yes,
connected.
it's all
It's all
connected.
connected.
Yep.
Too much moisture slows down the airflow, and it lessens the combustion, and then less airflow to deliver. So anytime you have a cigar, if you don't get any flavor out of it, it's probably too moist. And now looking back at some of the cigars, remember some cigars I got nothing out of. Remember that LFD I got nothing out of, and I hit it with the pipe. You know what
Uh-huh.
it had to be? That now I think about that lounge, that it's got to be too moist, and that cigar was probably. You could go to the same lounge and have a different experience, and I'll explain. If they have a cigar that's been there for 2 years, or one cigar that's been there for 2 days, you understand what I'm saying though? So the one that's been there for a week, it's going to be okay to smoke right away. But you go to a lounge and that box has been there for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
it's too
uh,
moist. You
yeah.
understand?
Too moist.
So that we've learned as a group to be
No,
aware.
you go in there like it's a rainforest. Some of these places is the you know the cellophane is covered you know in moisture, and
Yeah,
you can literally wipe off the moisture from the cellophane.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. So I mean,
Especially LFD, they use like a lot of thick
uh,
tobacco in there.
LFD, yeah, LFDs are so thick to begin with. So
Yeah,
LFDs, I think, have the slowest, heaviest burn. It's just they use high priming.
yeah. I mean,
So that's what I'm saying. So can you go to a lounge and buy a cigar and smoke it that day and not have a problem? You could if they just got it in. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah,
You
yeah.
got, so if you know the lounge, you say, "What did you get in this week?" Okay, then maybe buy that one if you're going to smoke tonight. If you're not going to smoke it tonight, take it home and give it a couple of days in a dry box, and you'll be fine. No cellophane, no bovita pack. Let it
Well,
dry out.
yeah, it depends also where you live, dude. I don't know how people like keep their cigars dry, like in Miami, like Florida. It's so humid. The air is humid by itself already. Like in Dominican, my daily smokes, I didn't even put in I didn't put nowhere. It was just on top of the
I'll
on
tell
top of the
you
thing.
how you could do it. If I lived in Miami, and this is what I tell you what I would do. I still have a humidor. I would keep it low, 62%. But what would I do for my dry box? That's just my storage. The cigars I'm going to smoke that week, I'm going to have a dry box. But I told you what I would do. I'm putting
Right.
white rice. Why? Because when you drop your phone in water, white rice will pull the moisture out of a phone. You think it can't pull the moisture out of a cigar? I'm telling you. If you live in really humid areas, add some white rice to your cedar box. I can't stress it enough. Now
So
I
I'm
don't.
gonna this ones I'm gonna put rice in them and see what's up.
I'm telling you, how can
Yeah.
it not work? It pulls the moisture out of a cell phone. Of course, it's going to work. Of course, of course. I've seen it done before. I'm telling you, I've seen it done with padrones at a lounge because their machine broke, and in one night it wouldn't stop. So the
Oh
next,
really?
any of the cigars that weren't in cellophane were waterlocked. So they put
Oh
all the
shit.
drones in rice. I've seen it happen, and it worked. They pulled the moisture out, and they were able to sell it. You
Yeah.
know? So what I'm telling you is not stupid. I'm telling you. So I'm telling you, you could add rice to your dry box if you're in a really humid environment.
Well, here at restaurants on the coast, all of the restaurants have rice in their salt shakers.
Keeps the moisture out.
Yeah, takes the
So yeah.
moisture out.
No, now if the cigars had cellophane, remember cellophane, it does it's 70% barrier. So in the cellophane, it helps keep 70% in, but that means it keeps like 70% out. Does that make any sense?
Right,
It's a barrier both ways. So it'll let some moisture in, but it only lets so much. Um, um, the problem is if it's in cellophane and it's really wet, then it can really have a problem with mold. You know what I'm saying? No, because now it's stuck in there.
right,
Yeah. But it's a it's a slower process. It's a slower process. So when a cigar is not in cellophane, it can dry faster, but it can also get wet faster. You know?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something to keep in mind. I have no problem with cellophane, but when you
Well,
want
it's
to,
just cellophane. I never like it's. I mean, we gotta let it out for a few hours at least if it's in the cellophane.
yeah.
Even though it's dry box, whatever it's dry. I mean, but
Well,
it's
the
still
dry box,
cellophane.
the dry
Yeah.
box works faster. It works faster without a cellophane. The cellophane slows everything down. It slows time down.
Yep.
So if you're trying to hurry up and get it dry in 2 days, it's you're gonna get not as dry in the cellophane.
Exactly.
Yeah. But nobody cares. No, I mean nobody wants to learn.
That's the Uncle Larry cares.
Now Uncle Larry's a good dude. Gio's not a good dude.
Makes you okay. So yeah, keep humid at 60, but yeah, you have to have like like the refrigerator or dehumidification in there. Instead of humidification, you need to take the humidification out.
Mm.
But I mean, one way is good because I'm not using as much Bovida packs. There you go. Enjoy, Gio. Enjoy Vic's company.
Dude, when I tell you something, if I'm saying it over and over again, it's not from make believe. I'm telling you facts. You know what I'm saying? No, dry. What I say, dry boxing. And I'm not talking about before you put it in the humidor. Dry box. The dry box. Picture of baseball, and uh, the uh, the dugout is the humidor, right? But
Right.
you don't go from the dugout and go right to the back. What do? You go to the on deck. You're on deck. You're warming up, right? You're on deck. On deck is the dry box. And so, you put it on deck for a day or two, and you'll be a lot better. You're getting that thing ready to go. I can't stress it enough.
Right. But a year ago, we weren't even talking about dry boxing.
Because
I
well,
think the whole
I was
thing is
still talking
changing,
about
though,
I was still talking
because
about
of
maybe
because of the the all shit. Look at that. Rapper took it. But because it's humid outside, and the inside of the store, people still think they need to use as much as humidification,
yeah,
but it becomes over humidified all the time.
yeah, yeah. And that affects the combustion, which affects the flavor. Because in theory,
Yes,
say the tobacco is the tobacco, right? And the only thing that changes tobacco, is time. But the other factors is temperature and humidity. And when you have too much humidity, it slows down combustion, and you're not going to taste what you should be tasting. I can't.
exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't stress it enough. And you're going to get tighter draw, a slower burn. You know.
It's always better even to have it on a drier side than.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to take something out of your humidor and put it in a dry box for 3 days. You're not going to ruin the cigar. It's going to be fine.
Exactly,
It's going to be
exactly.
going to be fine.
That was my point with PG. Dude, when it was he said he dried out his cigars and he was pissed off. He lives like next to water, and I know there is the humid is over there. I don't know how he like dry the cigars that much.
He, I think the CIA made a mind trap for him, and they're watching him. So I think it was, how do you say, an experiment. They're fucking with him.
Oh God, here this. Let me get this out. You remember this one?
Yeah,
Oh, that smells good. Here, pot of gold.
beautiful, beautiful.
This been here for 1523. What is that? 2 months already?
Yeah, 2 months,
Yeah.
2.5 months. So one of those going to be smoked.
I don't know. They're not ready for sure.
No, they're moving though.
Huh?
They're not hard as a rock.
Yeah, a little bit give. Uh, well, yeah, it's not. They're not that dry. So
Sacco, I
yeah,
would put them in a container of rice for 5 days. And you'll be fine.
yeah, that's when they're ready to be smoked.
Yeah, but why don't you do it?
I'll do that.
Well,
And then
why don't you do
I
a
have even
test? Why don't
bigger
you
one here.
take 5 of them and put it in a Ziploc bag of rice and then give it 5 days and see what happens? Just test.
Here's another one. This is 5523. So this one, filler Dominican Piloto Cubano, Nicaraguan but no, Esteli Ligero, and then some mix, and then the binder. I think that's what it was. That's why I put a question mark there. Ecuadorian Habano Seco.
Yeah.
Wrapper Ecuadorian Habano Ligero.
Oh, that one's gonna be strong.
Hopefully. Yeah,
That's
the Nicaraguan Esteli Ligero. There are two different types of Ligero. Two Ligero lives in there.
dude. That's gonna be
One
strong.
Piloto Cubano, one.
That's gonna be strong. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a strong cigar.
This is the Civic. It looks like a little bit like a Connecticut or maybe Habano, but it's light on the outside.
That's Casa de Saco Double Ajero.
Yeah, that's a double hero.
That's a DLS Double Ajero Saco.
There you go. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna, by stage, bring them to the smoking condition.
Saco, we got a lot of lurkers, a lot of people hanging out, just lurking. Why? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe they don't have anything to say.
What happened to this place? What happened to this place?
I think,
It used to
well,
be a beautiful place.
it is still a beautiful place.
No, I hate this place. It,
Uncle Rich.
it, it's the last episode.
No, I know you don't hate this place. How you can hate this place, bro? You are the creator of this place.
I hate this. I can't see who lurks. I can't see who's lurking. They won't show me that. It doesn't show me that.
Well, at least we know Gio is here. Joe is here. Joshua, Caleb, Jeremy. The lounge cares. Yep. So yeah, that's it. That's end of story.
Yeah, this is your best cigar, Saco. It's getting a 4.6.
Oh, nice. That's solid.
Solid cigar. And this could be a $20 cigar. Dead serious. Who's the new guy?
I don't know. Somebody doesn't ever age. Should we trust him?
Who's that guy? Oh, did you hear what happened to Madonna?
What's the password? Yeah, Madonna is ICU.
Yeah, probably from a 451. She got a
Oh,
bacteria infection. You know what she's doing?
guess what? Guess what she was doing?
It's like Virgin 451 for the very first time, like a friend. Say, hold on. Are you fresh? I don't. And I say, ah, bacteria infection. See, even if you're Madonna, Sacco, come on. Where did she get a bacteria infection like that and almost died?
Dude, I don't know. She wasn't with me, man.
Hey, maybe she was hanging out with Gio.
Uh, or maybe she was tired. She didn't want to do the tour. She made it up.
See,
uh,
that's what
at
happened.
that age, man,
That's
at
what
that age,
happened.
she was gonna go on world tour.
That's what happened.
That's a lot of work, bro. That's a lot of work when they do that.
She's an evil woman. Yeah.
I don't think that's true, bro. Everybody has worries. Rich people have their own worries. Rich people worry they don't lose money.
Well, yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
hard for rich people when they die because, like, wait, I can't die. I'm rich, and the poor person's like, oh, at least the
No,
suffering.
rich people have more worries than regular people. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
except maybe the bills.
and you got Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, I think, is not coming back.
What happened?
Oh, Jamie Foxx, he got the shot, and I think he had a really bad stroke or a heart attack or something like that.
Oh,
And
really?
Jamie,
When did this happen? I didn't even hear about it.
and like they're not talking about it, but some leaks have come out. But I don't think it's good. Like I don't think he's gonna make it. I hope he does because I like Jamie Foxx. But
Really?
no, it's not good. He's in really bad shape.
I didn't even know that, bro. I mean, was
Oh
that in the news? Or I didn't hear that.
yeah, no, but nobody knows where he is. Obviously, if you're a famous person, you can't find the guy for 2 months, and they're talking about oh he's in the hospital. It's not good.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not good.
No, no.
But it is what it is. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. God forbid they'll say, "Ah, rest in peace," and that's it.
Yeah, you know, people that die every day, bro.
That's what it is.
Yeah. On the end, the life is whatever you lived, whatever you've done. That's it. I mean, when you live, you don't leave nothing but your legacy, or whatever.
That's not true. You got family, you got kids, right?
Yeah, but I mean, physically, you're gone. You're gone. You're a dead meat.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, but if you leave some type of legacy, good or bad, you will be.
yeah,
I mean, people still talk about George Washington. He's been dead.
exactly, exactly. That's legacy.
Abraham Lincoln. I mean, we could talk about someone who's bad, but people still talk about him. You have Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler. These were evil people, but people, it's like if you were really good or really bad, society remembers.
Well,
You know.
I was at the cemetery today,
Yeah.
and there was this one guy. I haven't seen him for like 20 years. Um, so he goes, dude, I wish like the Stalin can come and rule, so we can fix all the problems. I mean, but the fucking Hitler. I wish Hitler can come and rules, and so we can fix everything.
I don't think that's a good idea. I
I
don't.
said, dude, we're at the funeral. Let's. Then the priest was like preaching there, but like he was talking. I said, let's just have respect for death.
For the record,
Yeah,
he didn't do anything good. He destroyed.
no,
So no, he was not a. It was.
and he created the crystal meth.
Yeah, yeah. No, he was out of his mind. Yeah.
Yeah, because boy, he was doing that shit so much. He was like injecting.
But do you know he was really into the occult and satanic black magic? He was really into that shit. He was.
Well, I mean, he was using all those drugs, man.
Well, it goes hand.
That,
He was an evil guy. He,
yeah.
he was an evil guy.
But you know what gave him strength, right? There like few times he escaped death, and he thought he's untouchable,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Pride before the fall. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone, everyone goes back to the earth.
During the World War I, there was a bomb exploded next to him, and then number of other guys, and the other guys, everybody died but him. He was like he didn't even have a scratch. So he thought, yeah,
Is what it
who
is.
cares about him anyway?
You know what killed George Washington, right? They said it was a pneumonia, but I've also read that George Washington was poisoned. Was poisoned.
Really, George Washington was making moonshine.
Yeah, but see, George Washington, okay, once they formed the new country, you know what George Washington was worried about? He said he was worried about the people trying to national bank and worried about the criminals like in New York City. He was because basically they kicked out the British, but then they now we have a new country, and the British just came back as businessmen to infiltrate the country again. Do you know what I'm saying? Though, and
Yeah,
if you look at the War of 1812, Great Britain came back in many different ways. People forget that they in the War of 1812 they burnt down Washington D.C. The British. People
yeah.
forget. People
Gangs of New York. Remember the movie?
people forget that people remember the revolution in 1776, but then what? 30 years later, 30 years later, 35 years later, you have the
No,
War of
but that's
18.
how America was built. Everybody was sending their like the criminals to United States by boats. Italy sent all the mafia people, and then Cuba, Havana. I mean, all the criminals were ending up in United States,
Yeah,
and it was heaven.
yeah, but one in this case though, in those countries, they're criminals per se were probably just very poor people that just wanted a chance, and they came to America, and you give them a job, and they'll have a family and have
Yeah,
a
well, yeah, yeah.
back then, if you were poor, you didn't get to eat. People died of starvation. You're going only 100 years ago.
Yeah.
100 years ago.
You go steal a piece of bread, you become a criminal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now this is the way it is right now in this world. Like you could be poor and weigh 600 pounds. It's not normal.
Well, there was this thing on the news. I was reading some homeless guy went into some celebrities guy house in Malibu. So he took a shit and then he washed his hands and left the house. So they found him, they got him, and they charged him for stealing water from somebody else. Just he washed his hands. So it was like stealing water. That's crazy, man.
I don't know. I saw this
Well,
yesterday.
they charged him for breaking in, for burglary, all this shit, and then plus
What's he gonna get? 3 months in county? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
nothing, bro. What 3 months?
Not even that.
No, there's no for homeless guys. What 3 months?
Yeah,
Nothing. They're gonna get nothing.
nothing. I
Yeah.
saw the story yesterday in Colorado. They arrested this guy. He was running from the cops, you know, and supposedly committed another crime. And the cops were chasing him, and he had a stolen gun. The cops hit his car, and the car crashed, and they put him in the police car. Right? He was in the back police car, and they had the plexiglass in the middle. The glass in the police car in the back, so you can't go to the front. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
Well, there was a little sliding window, and the window was open. So while the cops are talking, the guy got his arms under his legs, and then he jumped through the little plexiglass. And all of a sudden, as the cops are talking, the Dodge, what's the Dodge car? The fast four-door car, Charger.
Charger. Yeah.
It's a
Challenger. Charger.
Charger.
Yeah. Charger. I
Oh, the Charger takes off with the criminal. He's driving with the handcuffs.
think.
And when they caught up to him, he was doing over 110 miles an hour, and they had the strips, the spike strips, for the tires. And as soon as he hit it, he went to the left and he drove right into an 18 wheeler. The 18 wheeler was a flatbed. It actually turned on its side. That's how hard he hit it. He knocked the 18 wheeler flatbed. There was nothing on it, on its side, and he died. But he was screaming for a
But
little
that
bit.
son of a bitch now there, he ruined the whole life of that poor guy who was driving an 18 wheeler.
Yeah, but he was
Now
screaming.
that guy won't be able to get insurance or won't be able to get a trucking job anywhere else.
Well, the cops made him stop there, but they stopped traffic.
Yeah, but eventually, there's going to be a lawsuit against a truck driver. There is always one. When you're a truck driver, there was this one time my customer. Okay, so the mom is driving the car. The mom is like 25-year old, under drugs, under influence, and then there's two kids in the back. So she drove right under the truck. So mom died, but the kids stayed alive. Thanks God. And so they did toxicology report, everything. But still, the family got like $1 million off of the truckers insurance company because there was nobody else to take care of the kids. Then the kids were going to be without parents. They didn't have a dad, so that's it. And the guy, the poor guy wasn't even doing anything. He was just stopped in the traffic, and then
That's tough.
that's it.
Yeah, this guy died, but it took a while because he was just screaming. He was screaming, ah, ah, ah. And the car was like this. The car was,
Yeah, yeah.
and the policeman's like, oh, he's still alive. But the car was going on fire. And they're like, get a fire extinguisher. They only had one little one. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
no,
Yeah.
we don't have any more. They said, who has a bottle of water? So they're pouring the bottle of water on the fire.
But dude, yeah, the bottle of water not gonna help a car fire.
Bro,
That's for sure.
bro, he didn't make it, bro. He didn't make it. Bro, he drove into a parked 18 wheeler. He drove sideways like this, and he had no seatbelt on at 110 miles an hour. He was dead.
So if somebody's suing the police station or being negligent, that's
Oh,
negligence.
the families, of course, that's the police fault. When you get
Yeah,
arrested, you got to put the seatbelt on in the back seat. So if they escape, yeah, the family could sue. I'm not saying it's right, but they're going to sue.
yeah, because that's like negligence.
Well, because once you get arrested, the police are responsible for your life now.
Oh, I didn't know you can zoom this in and out. You mean Toro or Robusto in Opus? Yeah, okay. Opus Whisper. So that was for Jeremy. I like Toro. I'm a Toro guy.
I'm just ignoring Gio's comments. I don't want to talk to him right now.
Yeah, it's okay. Gio is a big donor.
You know,
It adds up. Do the math.
Sacco, you can't buy your way out of disrespect. Okay, all right,
Hmm.
it is what it is. Yeah, golden era. I can't stress enough. Golden era. I don't lie. It's pure golden honey, black pepper and nuttiness. It's the golden era is such a.
Well, I can't just buy more cigars. I'm really like, I really need to smoke what I have. I have cigars sitting in my humidor for 10 years, bro.
So what are you going to start smoking?
What? Well, I'm smoking it. If I buy new ones, then I won't be able to smoke. You know. But this, the expensive cigars, bro, they're becoming like meaningless, kind of, because you can get like the same, with the like less expensive cigars.
Dude, listen. I proved in this channel. There's so many cigars from $10 to $20 that are great cigars. Great cigars.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the $20 and $30 cigars and $40 cigars are not maybe better. They most of the time they are, but a little better. You know what I'm saying? It's not. How do I say this? You could smoke the El Rey de Mundo for $12, have a great time, and you'll have more money in your pocket if you're a regular guy than if you went out and smoked a $30 cigar. You could have filled up your gas tank. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So you still have a good time. That's all. Not
Yeah.
everyone can afford to smoke.
Bro,
$40.
my phone is about to die. I put this charger case and it's not charging. Let me just stick it into a charger. I need a charger here, close by somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, man. And then I mean, I was like hunting cigars every day, like like opus, this opus, that opus. But then again, like when you think about it, it doesn't make sense, dude. Like to get all that hype, all that you spend all that money, and uh and yeah, the cigars just don't perform.
Taco. If you only, and this, I'm saying this for everyone. I don't care if you're middle class or rich. If you only smoke like top tier high end cigar, they're not high end no more because you need to smoke middle tier cigars too. So then you realize the difference. Do you know what I'm saying though?
Exactly. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
you could have steak every night, but you want to have a cheeseburger too, right? I mean, you can't have a filet mignon every night because then it's not special. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
uh,
because you need to eat something else sometimes. You need pasta with meatballs.
whatever, yeah, grilled cheese. Who cares? But what I'm saying is this: there's so many great cigars that I prove. Oh, he's flexing,
There
flex,
it goes. There it goes.
flex.
See, it adds up, man.
It
Do the
does.
math.
It flexed. So yeah, I'm,
Flex it.
I'm
Then
not.
my phone. Oh, it's charging, I
I'm
guess.
not saying every mid-tier cigar I smoked is great, but I put enough information out there to tell you what is great. And the Golden Era, fantastic. Melania V Maduro, I really enjoyed. Um, that purple, I love. El Rey de Mundo, fantastic. That the Boulevard, those Boulevards are great cigars and a great price. Dude, that Secret Boulevard I reviewed, the one that's coming out in 2 years,
Yeah,
dude,
the Salomones.
that thing is phenomenal. Dude, that I don't know why they want to wait 2 years. I mean, I wish it comes out next year. I think
Yeah,
so.
there is something there. Well, they have to leave the cigar there to wait on him, because look, most people they don't dry box. They just take the cigar and smoke it.
Yeah, no,
So
that's not the reason why they said they held it back. They said they held it back because they've been putting out so many cigars, so they want to hold it back a little bit. You know, because they just released another Bolivar. They released a
right,
whole bunch. A whole, you got to figure when you go think of a cigar lounge, they can't. If you keep on coming out with new ones, a cigar lounge. When the rep comes to the lounge, he can't get all the new ones. What's he gonna do with the old ones? He only has so much room. You know what I'm saying though? So you
right.
kind of like space it out. Maybe every 6 months, but you space out your releases. If you put too many releases at once, you know what I'm saying?
And you can't even get rid of the old blends because not a lot of people like those. You know, they want to come and get the same blend all the time. Oh, wait a
Well,
minute. I'm trying to charge my phone. This
Taco, if they
charger.
really much, even if the shop maybe carries the new one, they're going to say we don't want the old ones no more. So you're kind of going to be shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? No.
But you know, as I said, with the concert or whatever, you know, when you go, you want to hear their best performance. You don't want to hear like something new. You know, let's say you're going to the concert. You don't. Let's say you're going to Pink Floyd concert, right?
Yeah.
Well, you want to hear their new album or like the Dark Side of the Moon or whatever you know. You know.
I get that, and that also depends, Taco. Let's just say you're talking about a band. Let's say the band is the brand. So if you're talking about a legacy brand like Patron, that's been out forever, people are buying Padron 1,000, 64, and 26. That's the ones they're buying. The family reserves are nice, but they're not moving the family reserve. You know, the 26 and the 64 sells a lot.
Because it's expensive. Family reserves are that. I mean,
Well,
much more expensive.
but it's just not as popular. There are expensive cigars like that are popular. It's just when people want Padron, they're smoking either cheap 1,000 or they're 64 26, and I think they sell more 64 because the 64 is a little cheaper and it's a great cigar.
So how much is 1,000
$7 8.
for let's say Toro?
7 8 bucks.
So if you would like, do you think there are better cigars 7 8 bucks than let's say
Absolutely,
Dr. Jones?
absolutely, this better cigar.
Because I
The,
never had the 1,000 series.
listen, and now a lot of the 1,000 series, they're selling that stuff. I've seen them for $12 now. They raised the price. It's not a $12 cigar. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very young tobacco. It's only 2 years, so it's very edgy, very earthy, and tons of black pepper. Very raw. It's raw. It's kind of like when you cook something, or if you didn't cook it enough, it's undercooked. If you want to undercook Padron 64, smoke a Padron 2000 Maduro. It's now, what's refreshing about it is it's so powerful, but in like a dirty way. You know, it's refreshing. Like, wow, that's a really edgy cigar.
Yeah,
It's
maybe that's what makes it powerful because it's young. You have more
yeah.
nicotine.
So it feels edgy. If you're in that kind of mood, like you smoke a 26 Maduro, it's still smooth though. It's a strong cigar, but it's smooth. The 3,000, 2,000, they're not smooth. But if you want kind of like like
Hmm.
if you drink Johnny Red. Johnny Red is like Patron 1000. It's a young
Yeah.
cigar, and
So
that's.
when it comes to cigars, you don't want it fresh.
But yeah, well, it depends on your price point and what you're trying to do. Some people only want the raw kind of cigar and raw
Yeah,
cigar.
Jeremy said 3,000 is good.
Yeah, I can enjoy those cigars
I don't
if
even see the difference between Maduro and natural when it comes to Padron. I really don't feel the difference.
I've never seen another brand. Um, but once you get to the 26, you could see the 26 Maduro. It looks darker. But when even in the 64, lots of times the 64 natural and Maduro, they look kind of close. On the 1,000, sometimes you can't tell the difference. Well, it is what it is with them. So,
That's that.
so at the end of the day, though, for some people, if they say, I just want to smoke Padron, and I don't care if it's cheap, I just want to have the Padron name, I get that too, you know. But they are powerful. If you want a powerful young cigar, the 1,000 series,
Yeah.
you, you'll like it. But I call them like cowboy cigars. They're really like young, those tobacco.
You know, the Padrones are all Nicaraguan tobaccos. They're Nicaraguan puros.
Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
Why not?
No, because I mean, it's the best. It's the most open secret in the cigar business that Padron uses Mexican San Andreas wrappers on their Maduro for the 26 and 64. Yeah. They can say whatever they want. And I talk to guys in the industry about that.
But why would they? Why wouldn't they say it? Then it will be pure or
Everything about Padron is Nicaragua. You understand?
right?
So it would hurt their brand. I just talked about this with the guy from General Cigars. We were talking about that, and he says, yeah, a lot of guys. It's an open secret that Padron uses Mexican San Andreas Maduro. Now, can you prove it? I'm not a scientist, but
Yeah,
it's I'm not the I didn't make this theory up. I didn't make this. You know,
dude, my phone is about to die, and I can get it to charge.
oh, yeah, don't worry
It's
about it.
weird. I will stick this thing in there, and it's not charging. Made in China.
Yeah. Hey, at least when you smoke Padron, you're not getting fakes. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, and then another thing about Padron, they're always available.
Yeah, they're
There was
available.
a minute that they were not available during the pandemic shit, but yeah, now they're available. Well, I like it. When the cigar is available, I mean, expensive or not expensive, whatever. At least it's available. It's not like you just gotta go after him and find him and buy him and hold on to them.
Yeah.
You know, you just can buy it, smoke it, and buy it again.
Yeah.
If
No, I mean they produce a lot of cigars, Padron. You know, I mean the thousand series they make more because it's younger tobacco.
but the Padron, except this Fuente thing, they never had a collaboration with another maker or anything, right?
That's going to be interesting. I don't. I can't say that for
Do you
sure.
think like they make cigars for other companies that nobody talks about?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of that with Padron.
I never. I, and
You
I
know, even like Fuente, they have like Ashton or Crown Diamond, this and that.
yeah yeah yeah. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of Padron saying we're going to make Tatuaje or any other brand. I've never heard of that.
Right.
I don't think it would happen. Could they change their mind? They don't need to because
They don't need to, man.
well, they're big enough where everything they make is selling. So they don't need to expand.
Yeah.
Padron is a closed-minded company. Also, all their blends are similar. They're not like trying to. They have their formula, what they make, and that's what they want to stick to. Where like Fuente makes good and bad. I mean, they make curly heads.
Yeah. But I don't know if so Fuente, do they like buy tobacco or they just have fields all over the place?
That's a whole
Because they
nother.
also use like they use Cameroon, right? Cameroon and then
Yeah,
Honduran.
they're not growing their own Cameroon tobacco, and I'll tell you this: Fuente doesn't grow all their tobacco. Fuente for like the wrapper on the Diamond Crown. What's the Diamond Crown I like? The Maximus.
Uh-huh.
I believe that wrapper is grown by the Oliva family, but it's not. It's a different Oliva family.
Different, yeah.
It's not the Oliva company. It's a different Oliva family.
Right.
So, and that I read that the wrapper came from over there. So yeah,
Those are what the rare pinks. That's the rare pinks.
I'm not sure the rare pink is
Yeah,
usually
yeah. The rare pink wrapper is grown by Oliva.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
And what about their Nejo? Fuente can't grow Connecticut broadleaf in Dominican. So who are they buying that from? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obviously
I,
grown somewhere
they,
else, but
they might buy the Connecticut broadleaf and then age it the way they want to age it and barrel age it. That's their business. You know what I'm saying? Though
right. Yeah. Yeah.
the difference between having someone else make your cigars or having someone like even Davidoff, when Davidoff buys other people's tobacco, they ferment it. They buy
Themselves. Yeah. I've
unfermented.
seen it, but the shipping is like what they do. The growers dry the leaves in a barn and sell it like that. No fermentation, no aging. So they get it. Every company does their own and then ferments their own tobacco.
And you know why they do it too? For quality control. It's about trust. If
Right,
I'm telling you 5 year aged Maduro wrappers, I could be lying. They could be 3 year aged. How do you know? And now you're paying the price of 5 year, right?
right, yeah, yeah. And then if you're not sure the aging, they're going to lie to your consumer, you know, without knowing that the tobacco you bought is not 5 year, it's 3 year old. You know.
No, I mean really. So they do that for control. That costs more money to do that to ferment it yourself. You know. So, but you know the yeah, they do that.
Yeah, even the Connecticut, yeah, broadleaf, they send it. Even the regular Connecticut shade grown, they just harvest it, dry it, and box it, send it.
Yeah, but when you say Connecticut, most brands are using Ecuadorian Connecticut. No, almost nobody uses Connecticut
That's
anymore.
Connecticut seed. Yeah, in Ecuadorian,
Yeah,
it's the Connecticut seed.
I know
And,
that.
you know,
But most their shade grown is because it's cheaper.
yeah.
It's,
And then those shade grown, they just like in Connecticut, they don't have primings. They chop off the plant from the stalk and then dry it.
yeah.
So no primings. Even the broadleaf, and they just chop off the whole stem and dry it like that because the priming, doing priming is labor intensive, and for U.S. farmers, it's not profitable to do harvest like that because it'd be very expensive.
They do stalk cut. They cut the whole.
They just stock cut them and yeah, and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, now there are guys like Nick Malio, the guy from Foundation. He grows his own Connecticut broadleaf. I think he has a farm or something like that. You know, for
Yeah,
the
so is Drew State.
yeah.
Drew State, they grow their own Connecticut broadleaf, especially for Liga line, and the variety, the variety they use is it's a small tobacco plant. It doesn't get like 6, 9, 8 feet,
Guys,
7 feet tall, whatever.
like 4 feet.
It's a small plant, so instead of like 7, 8 primings, you get like 4 primings out of the plant. So that's why the Ligas are always in high demand.
Yeah, they can't make that many.
They can make that many, and also the weather. Weather plays a big role on the tobacco, because they said last 6 years they're not getting much sun in Connecticut. It's like mostly cloudy, and
Yeah.
the tobacco is not the same, for them to use for Liga.
More sun you get, you get stronger leaves. The more
Stronger
warm.
leaf, stronger tobacco strength, more nicotine. Yeah, the sun feeds it.
Yeah, the sun gives you thicker tobacco. The wet gives you bigger, thinner tobacco. It
Yeah,
depends. Yeah, I mean,
and
there's
and, and more powerful, obviously.
on the sun. The more sun, yeah, yeah,
Yes, more sun.
yeah,
Photosynthesis. Then the plant takes more nutrients
yeah.
and
And then
uses them.
companies,
How is the end on that cigar? He's still
it's not
puffing.
none of your business.
It's still
Uh,
puffing.
it's puffing great. No, it's a great cigar, man. It's great down to the end. The profile stayed the same. It was very delicious. Um, I'm glad this was my last cigar. You know,
Yeah. So tomorrow you're moving.
Saturday.
Saturday, first. Nice.
That's that, man.
Okay. So are you excited? How is the missus, bro? Anything new?
I don't want to talk about it.
How is she hanging out?
Nothing good to talk about. So I don't want to.
Uh, well,
Yeah.
sometimes talking about it helps, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is any of the news I can tell you, it's not good. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Um,
It's real. It's not. I don't want to go into it.
just wish her strength, bro. Too. It's
It's
tough,
worse.
but
I'll put it this way: it's worse than we thought. So I don't want to talk about it.
oof, oof, damn it. Well, I
Yeah,
don't know.
it is what it is.
Yeah, there are things that's out of our control.
Well, it's the society we live in. With women, I think there's a lot of factors. The birth control causes a lot of cancer. All the makeup they wear. Women wear makeup. That makeup has a lot of chemicals. I'm telling you. All right. And then all the perfumes they wear, or the makeup. Um, Even the thing like tampons, I heard gets women sick because there's chemicals. It's all toxic stuff.
Well, yeah, if you leave it in there for long enough, you don't change it often,
No,
then
I'm not
yeah,
saying. I'm just saying in general, by using those kind of stuff all the time.
yeah.
I'm just saying the constant exposure. Yeah. So I mean,
And being a woman is tough. It's a lot of work, dude. Like
well,
really.
I think in a different way. Men suffer physically their whole life, from just hard life, and also here, because as a man we take all the risk, and you know, in some ways women get it very easy, but in other ways then they get it very hard.
Yep, yep. That's the truth.
Like
Unfortunately.
a man stays strong, stays in good shape. He could get 50, 60 years old. He could still start a family and have kids. A woman can't do that. So a man can keep his strength longer than a woman can keep her beauty. And what I mean by beauty is, a woman can stay beautiful but when a 25-year-old goes to a bar, she can have anything she wants. And then at 35, 40, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
if they're married and the husband loves her, that's fine. But you don't want to be a single 40-year-old woman. It's a brutal world, because guys will hang out with you for the night, but you know you get what I'm saying.
Yep. Definitely. But I don't know, bro. Life is tough.
Yeah, that's why you got to stay fresh. You got to eat prunes. Take 2 showers a day. You don't want to get that bacteria infection. Like
Yeah.
you, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Madonna. She went twice here.
yeah, she got sick. Who knows? Well, you know who she was hanging out with? That guy, Sam Smith, the guy that was singing the Body Shop Mommy.
Oh, I do I know him? I don't think I know him.
Was that?
The body shop. Which body shop? Which one?
No, it was a song, not a car shop.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's a song, dude.
Was funny.
Obviously.
Yeah. Soccer Automotive. Yeah, we do transmission, engine.
And Madonna.
We rotate. You know.
Richy.
Wow. Yeah, this cigar, the finish is so nice. It's medium full right now. Delicious, caramel, nutty. Malt is beautiful. Uh, the finish on the tip,
Sticks around.
dude. Yeah, really
Yeah,
stick.
I'm waiting for one to dry so I can smoke it, man.
So
Otherwise, I'm
I
gonna
want
be
you to take
stressed.
one out and put it in a bag of rice.
I'm gonna do that thing I showed you. I'm gonna just put rice in there and then.
Yeah. Take one out, put it in rice for a couple of days.
So like cover it all the way or just a little bit. When you saw it, how it was. I'll try a little bit first, and then if it doesn't work, then
I would say make sure the foot has rice around it because it's going to pull the moisture out from the foot.
okay, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
It's not going to hurt it. It's not going to hurt it.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt it.
No.
Yeah,
It's a worthy investigation. You know.
yeah, I can sacrifice fuel if I mean I don't see what rice gonna do with it. It's
So I
tasteless and
I I think 3 to 5 days in rice. Maybe that's too much. I would say check it every day after a day in rice because it might maybe a week in rice is too much.
yeah, oh yeah, I'll put it and I'll check and see if that works. Then we'll know.
Yeah. And maybe it's a new thing. Maybe instead of both of them, we're gonna have rice packs.
Yeah, I don't know if my phone is charging. I don't think it's charging. Hold on. Let me see. Do you think the brand of rice has any difference? What
Okay.
brand is it,
Well,
or
make
what type
sure
of rice is it?
make sure it's not that flavored rice. You don't want rice with like spices on it.
Hold on.
Do you have rice?
Yeah, I have rice.
What kind of rice?
Oh, here, jasmine aged rice.
Is it white rice?
Huh?
What kind of rice?
Jasmine. Hold on. Let me
You
do
don't
this.
want nothing flavored.
No, it doesn't have no flavor.
Okay, yeah, then you should be fine.
Okay, so let's do this right here. Right?
There you go. You got to get a lot of rice in there. Get that rice, baby,
Rice it up.
and make sure by the foot. You got to make sure the foot has rice. Yeah, push those up. Yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I would put more rice. That's a lot of cigars. Sacco, we're watching history right now.
Cooking, cooking with cigars.
Yeah.
Oh man, I move them around. They
But
come up.
Sacco, what you should do, Sacco? You should test the humidity of the foot right now, and then test it in like 3 days. And see the humidity difference in the cigar.
Okay, I think that should do it, right? I'll test one right now.
Yeah, test one right now.
But the food,
Hey, Sacco, only fried rice is fried rice.
yeah, only aged rice is aged rice. I don't know what aged rice is. It says 59.
Yeah, it's so much more wet than that.
Yeah,
But,
it says 71.
yeah, yeah. See how much more? It's a big.
Yep.
But the thing is though, Sacco, that cigar is so fully packed with tobacco. There's no it, there's it, to me. It's not just the humidity. There's no space, so it needs the space.
And it's not the foot. Maybe you have an inch from the foot, but then again, the whole cigar is
Yeah.
okay. So we just leave it at that and then see what's up. Here we go.
There you go. Close that baby up.
And
Oh,
wait.
oh Jasmine is Jasmine.
And after the cigars, we'll make a cigar infused rice pilaf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
You cook it up. I'm telling you. Give it some time. That rice will soak up the water.
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully, that'll work this time
What
of the year.
what is today? Thursday. Maybe
It's Thursday.
check them on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll check him every day. See
You
if
know.
anything different.
Well, if the question is how much rice do you need? I mean, when the guy did the padrones, he had a bucket, plastic, and he put the padrones in there, and he covered the padrones in rice, covered them.
Covered. Yeah.
But those cigars were like waterlogged because the machine broke it. It kept on dumping all the.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one who buys that cigar, man.
Honestly, I think those cigars probably they sold them, but
Especially Padron. You're spending that much money.
well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. It's one thing if it's waterlogged for a day, but if those were waterlogged for like a week, they might.
You
If you
might have a mold inside growing without seeing it.
it depends how fast you catch it in time. That's the thing.
Hey, Sean, take care, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Well, thanks for reviewing the cigar, Richie. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna send you more, but when they're ready,
Yeah.
like really ready.
Well, you gotta see it. Hey, put that shit on rice.
Put it on rice. Dry boxing with the rice.
You want scotch on the rice.
Yeah.
You know, why not?
Why not? That cigar smoking like a fuente.
Our next video is gonna be for my new place.
So what? 3 days no lounge? Oh wait, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday.
Saturday night.
How about Friday?
No, tomorrow I'm gonna be packing, like getting everything really ready.
Yeah, bro.
Tomorrow,
Dude,
tomorrow
everything you can fix, but the health is like it's fucking.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's not just
Tough.
about, like it's the cancer is bigger and stronger than she thought it was gonna be. Like there's different levels, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And then it's also the size. So they're gonna have to remove a lot, and so she's really scared about that. Of afterwards, what she's gonna look like. So,
But she needs to be strong, but I know it's easy to say because look, the only time when the shoe is hurting your foot when you're wearing it. So I mean, it's easy to say, but well, it's important for her to eat, especially when she start treatment and everything. People lose their appetite, and
yeah,
lose interest altogether. But food is very important.
because you give up, you give up.
Exactly. Once you give up, it's tough. And then the major problem is the food. Let's say she needs to do like radiation or chemotherapy, whatever. She needs food with that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that's all down the road. Yeah, and then of course she's worried that even if they remove it, then is it going to come back? You get all this shit. So it's
Well, tell her not to worry about that yet. Let it get removed. You never, I mean, it depends. I mean, they just keep coming up with new technology, new stuff. But what do you think? If there is something like, uh, you know, experimental they offer her, do you think it's a good idea to take it or?
well, no, it's the thing is how much they have to remove. So if they have to remove too much, then a woman could lose her whole breast, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Though, and then there's ways they could correct that, but then that's, of course. So it's it is what it is. And that's if everything goes right. So
Yeah, I mean, if to save a life, I mean, losing a breast, it's not a. I mean, it's a
yeah,
woman.
woman, that's very difficult.
It is, yeah, it is,
Be
but
like a guy losing his dick. It's like
yeah,
it is what it is.
it's tough, brother. It's tough for both of you, and then the families. It's
Well,
something.
I made my decision. I'm just gonna help her pack, and I'm gonna go live in a tent.
Uh, come to Beverly Hills. I got a spot for you.
You have a tent. I'm gonna live in a tent.
I give you 2 bedroom tent.
Yeah. How much? How much? How much a day?
Nothing, free, free, free.
Hey, yeah.
Dude, they keep spending billions and billions, and the infestation getting bigger and bigger.
All right.
There
So
is more homeless now in LA than then they started cleaning, right? Like Karen Bass started cleaning, 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 and now there are more homeless on the streets.
yeah. So I
There
go.
is no way.
That's it. I got the pool there. I could take a bath. I got a bucket. Wash myself.
I'll bring you some food sometimes. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So,
Well,
um,
you guys gotta stay strong, brother. Tell her to stay strong.
yeah.
That's
I'm
that's
gonna
that's
move
the
out, and,
important.
and I'm gonna. Hey, it's Richie from Sacco's backyard.
We start the show together.
Yeah. Yeah. And hey, Sacco, it's California. Me and you could get married.
But remember, you can walk around strapped.
It's
That's the only drawback.
uh. Well, no, I'll just bring my 45s because then those are 10 rounds.
Yeah,
Cali.
Cali. That's
Cali.
it, baby. Cali complaint.
Oh no, but if I move there, you have to register the ones you have, right? That sucks, right?
Yeah.
Move to California, how do you have to register them, right? So how do you do that if you already have them?
I don't know if it's not
You,
compliant.
you,
They
you
won't let you.
move if you when you buy them in the store, the DOJ they register them under your name, right?
Right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
So if you move there and you didn't buy in California and you move there, then you have to register them.
Yeah, you might be able to register it, but to have it on you, I guess you can't. You
Uh,
might be able to register it because they are registered guns like that.
yeah, but the problem is then there has to be the ones that they are on the list. If you have ones that are not Cali compliant,
To tell you the truth, I don't know how that works exactly, but I'm pretty sure
right
that
now, like the AR pistol I have is not Cali compliant, so
no,
you know
yeah,
that sucks.
not they are none of your guns are Cali compliant.
Yeah, and like the 30 round magazine's not Cali compliant. Yeah.
No, and
Yeah.
then the mag release thing.
It's dude. All
That's
right,
another shit.
so I
And
got it.
now they're talking. They're gonna put like something that when you shoot, it puts a mark on the ammo. So they were using some type of word for it.
Yeah, micro stamping.
There you go, micro stamping. Yeah,
So in that case, I think I'll trade them all in. And I'll get 38 revolver. That's it.
yeah,
Taco,
that's it.
Taco. Know what I'll do? I'll just go straight to muskets.
You're gonna get your 380 special back.
No, I'm gonna get I'll get some muskets. I'll be a pirate. That's it.
Oh, okay.
They can't say nothing about muskets. It's not a firearm. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah,
No, it's not, because a firearm has to use a cartridge. So a musket, you put the ball,
ball.
put the powder in the ball.
There
Like
is a new trend right now. Everybody like this, the hippie people, like the new agers, they come to the range with muskets, and then they pull out the pack and then fill it and then put boom. The whole range covers in smoke.
yeah,
Yeah, have you heard of like like smokeless powder?
no, but you can't. I mean, those muskets, the way they're built, if you use too high powder, it blow up. You have to use black powder.
Yeah, but there are smokeless steel powder for muskets.
Yeah, that's more expensive. So that's it.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
No, if you're gonna go do a musket, you gotta go full musket.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta cover the whole range with the smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine somebody's breaking in.
Well, that's how it used to be, man.
Hey,
Like if there were like 50 people, so what happened? 10 are shooting,
yeah,
and then the other 10, these 10 are reloading, and then the
yeah,
other 10 until they rotate like that
yeah. You got.
until they came up with the Gatling gun, and everything changed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. The airsoft, yeah, and especially like the air rifles, the new ones, dude. Those are powerful, man.
Dude, I can't move to California. I can't do that.
You're not a California product, my
No,
friend.
I can't. You don't ever want to go backwards in life. So for you, you're used to it. It's better than Armenia, right? But if you ever left California and you got to be free, like me, you wouldn't want to go back. You'd be like, no, no.
Well, like this town is not just our job; it's just our way of life, basically. Like for example, like we have all these like Armenian restaurants. Like there's always music, whatever. You can go there every Saturday, Friday night, Saturday night, and have a drink, dance, have a food. I mean, with friends, family, and then that lifestyle is like. I always think if I can live somewhere else, but it's hard to get used to. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, and then I get bored. You
Yeah,
know,
that's things that I do miss about New York. And with California similar, the culture, the lifestyle, it's much more fast paced. Like in New York, the food, the culture, the restaurants, the bars, everything is more.
exactly.
Where
Yeah.
here, unless you go to the city, even in the city, like a lot of the places close at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock they close. It's 10, 11 o'clock. You know, here people go to like bars early. Like they go to bars 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. They go early. It's a different.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It's a different kind of town. Like most places after 6, 7 o'clock, you don't see
Oh,
people.
oh, yeah. No nightlife, basically.
Yeah, but it's. I like it. It's more quiet. It depends what you want to do.
Depends what you want to do. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like for example, my wife's brother, he lives like in Oregon, so like no, in the somewhere Mount Shasta in the forest off the grid.
Yeah.
So that's what he likes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, Colorado works out for the most part. I mean, I have a good job and whatever. It works out.
yeah. I mean, as far as again, I mean, I just get bored, man. I mean, like if I when I go to Alaska, I say, "Oh, can I leave here?" Other countries, forget it, because you can't even have a gun. You can't go to shooting. Like,
No.
I my buddy of mine lives in Dubai, and like he swears by Dubai. He says, "I would never live in that shithole." He calls America shithole, but I mean, not that out of anger or whatever. It's just the way that he lives there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but in Dubai, you can't have a gun in Dubai.
yeah, yeah, no, no. You can have a gun. You can have a drink, or I mean,
Oh, Dubai's dry.
well, it's kind of dry. You can buy alcohol, but you got to get out of the city or the bars or hotels in the bars have alcohol. But if even that, yeah, you have if you're like Muslim, they won't sell you alcohol.
Oh wow.
You have to be Christian
Oh.
or other than Muslim. So
Yeah, against their religion. So
yeah, all the Muslim countries have ban on alcohol pretty much. Not Turkey though. Turkey was okay. Everybody had him.
the Turkish guys I met in Iraq, they drink scotch. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Yeah,
depends.
Turkey was a little bit more open, but in Cairo, like Egypt, I mean, the restaurant had alcohol, but we wanted alcohol. We were going on a boat party. You can buy an alcohol, so our guide got it from the black market, and and then the Jolly Black is the premium over there, right?
Really?
Yeah, Jolly Black. I said, what kind of a scotch is it? What kind of scotch? He said, it goes Jolly Black premium. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's all you could get. Then that's the best shit. That's
yeah, I mean you can, but the restaurants, the hotel restaurants, whatever they have it, but not if you want to buy a bottle somewhere. There is no way.
no
Oh yeah, you gotta know people.
different culture. Different
Yep,
culture.
yep, different culture.
Yeah, yeah, Turkish coffee. Yeah, I
Turkish
never
coffee.
had Turkish coffee.
The real Turkish coffee, they make it in a sand,
Really?
hot sand. Yeah, they just move around
Oh,
the pot.
I never.
Yeah, I have a Turkish coffee pot. Let me show you.
Of course, it's a he got flex with this.
Yeah, that's copper coffee pot flex.
Wow,
I bought that in Turkey.
that's nice.
Yeah, that's where we make the same coffee, but on the stove.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right that now.
So that's that.
That's it. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this, Taco. I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right, Big D. Well, bro, we're the whole lounge wishing the best for you and the missus.
I
Just
appreciate.
tell her to be strong, bro. I mean, you guys have to stay strong and positive, and and work that shit out.
We'll do
Easy
our.
to say, but I mean, I've seen survivors, and I've also seen the people that gave up. So
Yeah, she's just really, really depressed about it.
I know she would be. Everybody would be, man. I mean,
You
that's a
know,
big.
the whole thing. She's very young. We're literally moving, so like it was supposed to be a good time. Oh, got a new place, be nice place, even less money, happy time. Oh yeah, yeah, things are going better, and all of a sudden that. So it's
No, just keep her positive. I mean that's gonna help a lot. I mean, otherwise, I mean, if she gives up, then it's gonna be tough.
I know I can only do so much. It's
Now she eating or she doesn't like? How is the appetite?
she's not eating that much, so
She needs to eat, man. Push her to it.
I can only do so much, Sacco.
Get her some wheat gummies.
Yeah, yeah,
No, no joke. That really gives you an appetite.
yeah.
Munch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
can't stress it enough, boy. It's like cigars dry boxing. With that condition, you need to eat
yeah,
because that thing is gonna eat you alive if you don't eat. Your immune system gotta be strong.
I know. Yeah, no, so
You know?
it's the best. I'll see you on
All
Saturday.
the best wishes, brother. Thank you so much. Thanks for the review. Thanks for having me. and all the best wishes.
And yeah,
Lounge cares. Tell her lounge cares.
that was a great cigar. I really appreciate it.
All right, brother. I'll send you some more.
All right, thank you so much.
I still have other blends that I'm gonna send you.
I'll have to send you my new address because I'm moving, so it's different.
Sounds good. Thumbs up to that. All right, guys.
Take care.
Good night.
Night.